Somebody's knocking at the door, and I can't go answer it because I'm making a video. Actually, I'm looking at my garden, and it was pretty funny a little earlier today. I cleaned it up a little bit, but some pigeons thought that was pretty cool. So one of them was trying to fly onto the balcony, but I was right there, right in the corner, and I swooshed it away. And the poor little thing didn't know what happened, and he was flustered. And it took him a minute to figure out that he was going to dive bomb if he didn't if he didn't right himself, like an airplane or whatever, and find the horizon and turn around. I'm sorry that was funny, but it all happened in a split second, and it was hilarious. And I have been wanting for so long to throw things at the pigeons that wouldn't hurt them. And when they fell down to the bottom floor, they wouldn't hurt the kids. And, my first thought was pebbles. And then I thought, well, no, that's not good. And my ice cubes are too big. So then, please don't get mad at me. Another pigeon. I thought maybe I would shoot rubber bands at them. I don't know. Golly. If I tried putting a windsock up, and they tore that thing to pieces because I think these are biddies. They want a nest, they want to lay eggs and all that stuff, but the female has the eggs, but the guy isn't fertilizing them, but they're acting like everything's normal, but it's not. It's July already, and they're still at it, looking for a place to nest. So that's why I think they're biddies, but they are bothering the heck out of every one of these neighbors here. So, like today, I cleaned up my balcony, and yesterday I potted my biggest pepper, hot pepper, which is Chinese 5-color. That's the name of it. And I potted my biggest cherry tomato plant, and today I planted my Tiny Tom tomato plant. And I'm container gardening, and 3 of my containers are the nice ones you buy from the store, and the other ones are disused garbage cans, the Rubbermaid plastic kind. And I don't have a drill, so how I get the holes in them is I'll heat up. What do I heat up first? A nail. First I heat up a nail, in my big lighter, and then when it's good and hot, I'll hammer it down into the garbage can, and then I heat up my Phillips screwdriver head, and that's good and hot, and I'll stick it in the same hole and hammer that down, and when it gets in, I just twist it around and around like I'm stirring a pot. And that gets a nice size hole. It's about the size of a pencil eraser. And with a few of those in the bottom, I'm in pretty good shape. Now, last year I just stabbed the thing with a kitchen knife and it cracked all to pieces. So that wasn't a good idea. So anyway, I'm finally getting things into pots, and what's happening is now it's every plant for himself. Getting down to the smaller plants, they're weaker, and I probably will not put them in a container. I've got my good strong plants. My green pepper is actually, it's Alex's, but is putting out 3 buds. Didn't I say all this yesterday? God. What a dork. Countess, you leave me alone, okay? Because what a dork. Okay. Anyway, now you just ask King Siggy, okay? Because what I just did is very dork-like, and he is a self-professed, self-claiming dork. That's what he said. I didn't make that up. So anyway, the green pepper plant has 3 buds, and my tiny Tom has about 10 buds on it, and it's going to open up and flower before the pepper does, and that's real exciting. Yeah, and I swear, it's only been in the 80s, but I put those guys out there in their pots, and the green pepper grew an inch in the first, right overnight. Well, it's like Jack and the Beanstalk with that pepper plant. And the hot pepper plant pretty much did the same thing. And I have 3 more hot pepper plants in their little cups, and they did the same thing. They're not getting weedy, you know what I mean? Really, really, really thin stems, like that thin. They've got good strong stems, so that means they have a good root ball. So they could be transplanted, and I have some big pots, terracotta pots, and I'll be putting those peppers in those pots. But now the cool thing about these peppers is you can bring them inside and they can be decorative house plants, but they'll still grow the peppers. And I've seen this in other people's houses, and it's very pretty. So I'm sorry that I talked about this yesterday and today, but it's feeling more like a garden now. Yeah, and I think it's about 80 something, and they're finally getting some sun. Whoa. They started getting their sun about 3:30, but the sun is still going at 7:30, so I guess that's okay. They did fantastic last year. So everybody who says I have a green thumb, I have killed about half of the seedlings. And all these plants, except for the green pepper, I grew from a seed. So half the seedlings died. And I know what I did wrong, so that's not going to happen next year. So anyway, I think that's it. It's a nice day outside. Kids are out there having fun. Nobody's crying, which is kind of rare. And so, oh, look at this. I'm going to try to get it far. Oh, let's try this way. Okay, see, this is a scallion. Now, look what it does. Come on, get over there. It is flowering. Hope I get some seeds out of that. I think that doesn't really happen too often. Look how tall that stalk is. Oh, that's over a foot. Anyway. God. When my maters get big enough, I will take this outside and take a picture. Okay? Well, have a good evening, everybody. Talk to you later. Goodbye, YouTube.